Hey everyone, today's Twirling Fundamental, we are going to talk about high tosses. I referenced these in a different video, the one that we talked about time tosses, but high tosses are going to do one of two things. They're either going to help you get your one turns better, or they're going to teach you, or at least be the first step in teaching you how to do a one turn, whichever one of those categories that you fall in. I want to preface this one just like I've been prefacing all the other videos. Make sure that your baton's going the same way my baton is. You want to go the same direction that I'm going and do the same moves. You do not want to mirror image me, because then you'll be learning the whole thing backwards. I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing me say that by now. So let's get started. But first I want to talk to you about a couple of things before we actually put it into practice. Not a whole lot of difference between a high toss and a time toss. High tosses are going to be anything higher than you, up over your head. Time tosses, remember we talked about kind of leaving them in this area, right here. A lot of people been teaching junior high for a while, teaching first time twirlers for a while. A lot of times I will see one of two things when they are compensating for not quite understanding how to get the baton to go up higher than a time toss. It's not in your legs. It's not bend my knees and make my baton go straight up in the air. The funniest one though, and if you ever see me smiling or kind of giggling at you when you're doing this at camp or during the season, it's because your eyebrows are going up and down. They go to toss and automatically you see their eyebrows going up, and although I'm pretty sure there's no correlation between your eyebrows and a high toss, it is still quite humorous to watch from time to time. So let's get started. All right, so we're still gonna do thumb to ball, thumb to big end, just like we've been doing. Okay, so it's kind of like your regular time toss, right? Okay, and how we talked about, you got to keep your elbow bent. Okay, for a time toss, right? It's right up here in front of you, right? And the more you can control these, the more tricks you can do. Okay, so let's do a high toss. As I'm tossing like I would for a time toss, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push my arm straight up. Okay, high toss, same thing. Okay, high toss, woo, catch it, try it again, high toss. Okay, I'm going to come back here so you can kind of see just how far up it's going to go. It can be varying heights depending on just how high you're needing it to go. I kind of jumped with that one, didn't I? So what you're going to see is you're going to see yourself want to go like that. Okay, it's just in my arm. Okay, so for good measure, let's go ahead and let's take this hand and either put it next to you or back behind your back like you were doing for your fundamental steering tryouts. Okay, but that's pretty much it. It's going to be a toss that's higher than your head. Imagine that. Called a high toss for a reason. Okay, so let's just make sure that you are not bending your knees or raising your eyebrows when you're trying to get that baton up over your head. It is quite literally just pushing my arm up. Still keep it bent at the elbow, because what you'll see is if you find yourself trying to run forward and grab the baton after the toss, what you're doing is you're actually extending your elbow, and so essentially you're pushing the baton away from you as you're trying to catch it, and that's why you're having to make a mad dash to try to catch it. If you're releasing and you find yourself going to the left to try to grab it, you're actually releasing the baton too early. If it's going to your right and you feel like you're running over here to catch it, it is you are releasing too late. If you find yourself doing either one of those sides, Simple, easy trick just to get yourself used to throwing it straight up again. And this will work with time tosses as well, although I really haven't seen a whole lot of people have problems with that. Is as soon as you release, I want you to give me like the Facebook thumbs up. Okay? Straight up and down. That will kind of give you a cue until you get more used to the baton going straight up and not out to the side. And if it is going straight forward, remember that you are extending your elbow, so just be a little bit more mindful that you bring it in closer to you and keep it there. Okay, so happy practicing with your high tosses. In the next couple of videos, we will start talking about one turns, but high tosses, I'm going to suggest you don't go forward until you're with a one turn until your high tosses are good. Okay, so happy practicing and see y'all later. Bye.